The Sharks got an awesome overtime victory tonight by a final score of 3-2 over the Detroit Red Wings, a team that the Sharks lost to not too long ago. And yeah, this game was pretty exciting because it was pretty back and forth, the whole way through. The Sharks ended up getting the game-winning goal from Logan Couture in overtime. And, for the record, the Sharks are 6-0 winning in overtime this year. They did lose one shootout game, but in overtime, they're 6-0. So, very good overall. And yeah, so the first goal of the game was from the Sharks. It was the only goal in the first period by Timo Meier. It was a pretty nice goal, really good pass through the legs of a Detroit defender. And the assist went to Dahlin. He was a pretty good pass. And yeah, Adin Hill was in net, by the way, for the Sharks. And he was 17 of 19. He actually didn't have to deal with too many shots. He didn't look perfect, but he got the win, so that's all that matters. The second goal of the game tied it up for Detroit from Bertuzzi on the tip-in, and, it was a pretty good goal as well. But, yeah, so that was the only goal in the second period. So we're tied up at second intermission 1-1. The Red Wings, though, got on the power play a goal once again by Nick Leddy, and that put them in front 2-1. Until the Sharks, not too long later, got a Jeffrey VL goal, a very gritty goal. He kind of slid in. Puck went past Nedeljkovic, the goalie for the Red Wings, who had a pretty good game, 37 of 40. He kept them in it. The Sharks outshot the Red Wings, so they had to deal with a lot more shots, but he still couldn't save that one. So that tied it up, and then we had to go to overtime, where about halfway through it, Logan Couture gets the tip in. It was a pretty interesting goal because the puck was just sitting on the line, and finally it was, hit in by Couture. In this game, Brent Burns had 3 assists, so 3 points for him. He also, of course, assisted all 3 goals, but that overtime goal, he played a big part in it as well. Dahlin had 2 assists, so that first line for the Sharks just did really good. They shut the Red Wings down at the end. The Red Wings did look better, though, at certain points, but I'm not going to stress that too much. We got the victory. That's all that matters. And this victory is kind of big because now we're tied for 3rd place in the Pacific Division with the LA Kings. We each have 41 points, albeit we have played one more game than them, but I'm going to take that pretty well. And we're only 4 points back of the Ducks, who, have been a really good team, and we're 7 points back of the Vegas Golden Knights. So the Sharks are making ground. This is our 3rd win in a row. A lot of our wins have been in overtime, and if it takes an extra period, it's going to take an extra period. We obviously, last game, beat the Flyers in overtime, and then before that, the Sabres in regulation. So our last 3 games, we won by a final score of 3-2, which is kind of interesting. And 3 in a row, that's good. That's 6 points in a row for the Sharks. They're making ground on these standings. Adin Hill, I won't say he's perfect, but he's definitely been a lot better than in the past. And I think he's establishing a pretty good role as a goaltender. But overall, just a good one for the Sharks. They were able to get a lot of shots. I think if they could have sunk some more shots earlier on, because they had a lot more than the Wings, I think we probably would have won this game in regulation. There were some close ones. There was a crossbar hit in the 3rd period that could have, put us in front, as well as a post hit. So, we could have won it earlier on possibly, but I'm not going to care. This is our 20th win of the year, 16-1 now. Red Wings moved to 16-5. Of course, they're in a completely different division. But, yeah, good one from the Sharks. Overtime victory. And if you look ahead at our next game, we're going to play the Rangers, who we lost to previously this year. But it was actually a close game, 1-0 the last time we played them, I believe. Yeah, so who knows? Hopefully we can get a victory. It'll be at home. But our schedule, is quite interesting coming up because we'll have Pittsburgh after that. They, beat us before as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Sharks win 3-2 in overtime. Game winner from Couture. Good one. So let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, go Sharks.